There are so many things you have to account for when you are thinking about relocating, and they are often easy to forget. That's exactly what we are going to get into in this week's video. What's up, guys? My name is Danny M. Cronin. I'm a real estate agent right here in Sonoma County, and if this is your very first time to my channel, please do me a favor, hit that subscribe button so you are notified next time I drop a video, all having to do with living in or moving to Sonoma County. I do videos covering every single city right here in Sonoma County, so if that interests you, make sure you hit that subscribe button so you are notified next time I drop a video. And of course, I am a full-time real estate agent right here in Sonoma County, so if you have any questions, you're thinking about buying, you're thinking about selling, whatever the case is, I would love the opportunity to help you out. All of my contact information is down below. Call me, text me, email me, whatever is most convenient for you. And let's get right into this week's video, which are the do's and the don'ts of moving to Sonoma County. So we're going to start with a couple of don'ts, and then we are going to slowly transition them into do's. And the number one thing on my list that you cannot, without zero exception, do is fall in love with a home and not the area. I get this all the time. I get calls, Danny, I want to go look at this house. This house is perfect. It's exactly everything I want. It's the same bedroom count, the same bathroom count, the same square footage on this beautiful lot, and I love it. I want to see it. But that's a huge mistake. See, everyone has things they want. Certain people that have kids, maybe they want parks nearby. Maybe they want, fun things to do. Maybe they're single. Maybe they like bars. Maybe they like this or like that. And every city in Sonoma County is different. To give you even more of a headache and break that down further, every single neighborhood in Sonoma County is different and offers something different. So again, you cannot fall in love with the house first. You simply have to narrow it down to what city you want to live in and then what neighborhood you want to live in. And obviously, there are so many different factors that can happen when it's coming to narrowing it down for you and what's important to you. And that's why I'm here, right? Especially if you're relocating from a different area, you don't know what the difference between Santa Rosa and Sebastopol is. Whatever the case is, that's exactly why I'm here. So definitely reach out to me if you guys have any questions, you want to know more about this city, that city, and hopefully my YouTube channel is of service to you. I've made dozens of videos covering different areas, so definitely check those out. The next thing you absolutely have to avoid is doing anything without a game plan, right? Oftentimes people will just show up here in Santa Rosa and they say, hey, Danny, I want to go check out this neighborhood. I want to go do this thing. And oftentimes we don't have a game plan in place first, which automatically puts us behind the eight ball, right? If you have to be into a house in a month and you just show up, want to go look at houses and you haven't thought about, do I have to sell my house first before I can purchase? Have I talked to a lender? Do I even need financing? What is my time frame? Say I am having to sell this house first. Will the closing dates line up so I don't have to sell my house, be living out of a van, and then move into my home in Sonoma County? So there's so many different variables here. Obviously, making a game plan, giving a call to me early on, even if you're a year out, 2 years, 3 years out, I do not care. The sooner we can come up with your game plan, figure out what's important to you, whether it's timing, the home, location, whatever it is, the sooner we can get in contact, the better it's going to be for us, both later on in the plan, right? If I get a phone call, and this has happened, if I get a phone call and say, Danny, I need to be in a home in 30 days because mine's closing, it's a 1031 exchange, I have this amount of time to locate this property, I need to make this happen. And here we are, already almost to that date, and we haven't even discussed financing, where you even want to be. You've done no research. All of these things play a factor, and it's a lot easier to get them taken care of far sooner. So the earlier we can get together, come up with a game plan, a strategy, whatever it is, to being able to get you into the home you want to be in, and more importantly, the neighborhood and location, the better it is for both of us. And the third do not on my list is walk into a brand new construction development and just say, you know what, I'm going to just go in here, I'm just going to look at a home, and then the next thing you're going to do, you're going to be signing a contract and you're going to be purchasing that house. The one thing you have to remember about real estate is that there is a listing agent and there is a buyer's agent. The listing agent is entirely responsible for the seller's best interest. So that agent, the listing agent, if you come up to them and approach them and you want them to represent you in the transaction because you think they may know more about that development, that city, neighborhood, whatever it is, the one thing you're probably forgetting is that that agent is looking out for the best interest of their client, which happens to be the seller. So that, there can be a gray line there. So oftentimes people don't even think about this thing. They say, an agent's an agent. I don't care. This guy seems to be the expert. I'm going to just go with him. Be very, very, very careful when it comes to new construction with this in particular, because they may know everything about the development. They may know the ins and outs. They may be really, really close with the builder. But one thing they are super close with their seller. So something to think about, and oftentimes it's super easy just to walk into a place. I'm going to go look around. The next thing you know, you're buying a house. These things happen, believe it or not. So give me a call early on in the process. I will tell you what to do, how to approach it. Maybe I'll meet you there. Maybe I will have you tell them I sent you. Whatever the case is, you want to make sure you're working with someone who has your best interest in mind. And another big do not on my list, kind of something we've already talked about here, but I'm going to mention it again because it is super, super, super important. Do not wait until you're ready to start the process, right? So the earlier we can get together, the earlier we can start talking about what's important to you, finding a neighborhood, finding a location that's the best bet is going to pay us dividends later on down the road. We're not going to be rushed. We're not going to be, frantic, right? Buying and selling at the same time is already a very, very, very stressful process. And if you're under a tight timeline, it just makes it that much more stressful. So do your homework, do your research, give me a call, let me know what's going on. We will work out a game plan to benefit you. And most importantly, we will be able to get you in a home that you are wanting to be in the amount of time you want to be there. So obviously there's tons of things to think about when you are relocating. If you take one thing away from this video, simply give your agent a call way before you're actually ready to do something. I'm not the type of agent that's like, if you're not buying tomorrow, you're not my client. That's not me. What I do and what I do best is helping people relocate to this area by educating them of the area, just like what you're seeing from my YouTube channel, and then working with them on the timeline that they want to get it done. So if you're a year out, 2, 3, 4 years, and you just say, I know I'm going to be here eventually, let me start working on my game plan so Danny can best help me get to the area I want to be in, or best suggest an area I want to be in. A lot of times people, they're moving here from different areas and they have no idea the difference between Bodega Bay and Ukiah, whatever it is, right? So the earlier we can get together, the better it's going to be for both of us. And that is going to wrap up this week's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a huge favor, hit that like button. It helps me push this content out to more people just like yourselves who are looking to learn more about the beautiful county of Sonoma. And if you haven't checked out my newest website yet, please go ahead and do so, living-in-sonomacounty.com. If you have any questions about buying or selling real estate, I'm your guy. Call me, text me, email me. All my contact information is down below, and we will see you on the next one.